What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So we're going to talk about AMC in this video and break down what's actually going on right now when we look at a lot of the short information and different theories and stuff out there that I think really need to be addressed. So we're going to break down again the Ortex data, the short interest, the chart exchange data. We're going to go through the chart today, and hopefully we can do all of that in a short period of time. So make sure you guys hit that like button, also hit the subscribe button for more videos like this one, and make sure that you check out some of the links down below. If you guys want to check out my new merch line, definitely check it out. Profitsapparel.com. It's the first link in the description, and you can check out all of the clean looks. I really, really like it. But anyways, we're going to dive into this because it's really, really important, right? Especially to, the AMC movement, right? So we can look at this, and what we're seeing here is the chart exchange data first. Now, this is something that I pointed out in my stream that is just absolutely ridiculous. Every single day we see this increase. We see this get to a ridiculous level of the amount that they're actually shorting in the total volume. Now, um, I'll get into why this is really significant when it comes to other theories that we have, closer to the end. Hopefully, we have some time. But you can see here 61%, 61.17% yesterday on the 20th, right? God knows what actually happened today, but the days before that, you could see 60%, you could see 50%. The average for the last 30 days is 52.44%, which is absolutely absurd. To see that they're shorting this thing so much, something has to give. Like someone quoted in the Discord group, something really has to give. Someone has to give. Is it going to be us or is it going to be them? And I would imagine that it's going to be them because we are holding strong. We understand what this overall situation is. And as they continue to short, they make the situation worse for themselves. So I'm not going to say that it's guaranteed that it's going to be a success because it depends on, however many million people that are holding. I don't really know how the numbers are updated, but however many million people are holding and they consistently hold and stay with it. So, yeah, that's where we stand with that. 61% is just ridiculous. Let's look at some of these short interest data. We're going to see 102 million, almost 103 million shorted shares, 2.59 million borrowed shares versus the 3.76 million return shares, which creates a negative short interest change of 1.05%, right? Seeing it at 20.06% is great to be able to see it over that level. Obviously, we want to see that decrease, meaning that they are covering a lot of their shorts, but we want to see it at a massive scale, not just at a small scale that they've been doing it, and off and on. But we also see 11 million shorted shares, or sorry, 111 million shorted shares, and 81.34 on utilization. So again, don't make it seem like they are returning all of their shares and they're only shorting 2.59 million, because that's not the case. They're borrowing that. They can short it at any moment, at any time. Now let's look at actually the information that's happening today. So we have 6 minutes until the market closes. Currently, it's at $30.28, which is great. To see it up 2% is great. However, it was up a lot higher than this, right? You can see where it was. If we zoom in, you can see where it did open up. It opened up at $29.27, did find a low of $29.25 before actually seeing an increase, a pretty substantial increase up to $32.22 before resisting at that level and finding really just a downward, not a downward spiral, but downward movement from there on. You did see a large red candlestick that brought it back down to earth, quote unquote earth, bringing it down to the VWAP, or closer to the 200 EMA. Did catch up to the 200 EMA by flattening out, and you did see this sort of flatten out all the way until it got to about 12 o'clock, and then it started to decrease. Started to see this fall again to where the 15 moving average was coming closer and closer to that 200 EMA before actually bouncing off of the 200 EMA and seeing it bounce off that multiple times, finding some consolidation around this area. Now, again, this is very, very close to where we would be if we were negative, right? I mean, we're 1% up, 2% up. That's really, in my mind, it's flat, right? We're seeing positive movement, but it is a flat move today. So, am I happy with the movement today? I'm glad that it's not insanely negative, but we understand that there's a lot of buying strength behind this. So that's why we are seeing that push up or that hold these levels because they are consistently shorting it. And if they are consistently shorting it, then you need buying strength in order to partner with that. Now you can see here we did have that bounce. If we're looking at more of a 10,000 foot view, you can see here we did have that bounce sort of off the 200 EMA before getting back up, and now we're starting, more of our uptrend as we're starting to increase here, get back up to the 15 moving average, and hopefully surpass that and get back up to previous levels, 50, 40, 50, 60, 70, 100. That's what we want to see. But who knows exactly if that's going to happen, because they obviously consistently short it. Now, um, speaking of just buying and having buying strength, I saw there's a few theories about whether we should stop buying and all of that stuff. I understand the mindset behind it, the fact that we should stop buying and lending out our shares, let them use everything that we have to offer, all the money that we have to offer, and what we're putting into the position. However, it's a lot more complex than that. There are so many moving parts that it's not just down to that piece. It's not just down to the piece that everyone thinks about when it comes to that. There's so many moving pieces, the amount of people that are holding, the buying strength, plus how many people are selling, right? If you have selling mixed with shorting, you're going to see a massive downturn of that stock, right? If you have nobody buying and you have shorts and selling, you're going to see a massive downturn of that stock. Now, you will see probably some movement on the way up after they start to cover when it gets sort of low, but you're creating a horrible opportunity from there on out because is this? Because if you think about it, right? If you stop buying and there's no volume in buying, right? You have a ton of people that are shorting it, or hedge funds that are shorting it 50%, 60%, right? They're not going to let up with that volume, and that volume is going to stay the same. They're shorting it a heck of a lot. Then you have day traders and swing traders that are probably selling it, which are a small portion of it, but it does partner up with that negative volume. That's going to create a massive amount of negative volume, which will not be good in the short term, because what does it do for people that are on the fence of being an ape? I understand there's a lot of people that are in the ape community, but a lot of people love their money no matter what it is. So you got to understand what people think. You got to understand how they're thinking. Um, and the way that people think is, a lot of times, even though we say don't set a stop loss because they're going to find those stop losses, they will set a mental stop loss, or they'll set a physical stop loss, and it will actually get triggered. Or they'll see it get down to a certain level and they're like, I can't take this anymore. I don't want to deal with this, and they'll end up selling. Now, you may have a small portion that does that, but a small portion that does that with the day traders and swing traders that are selling and the shorts that are going on, that can end up decreasing the stock quite a bit, which creates more and more selling. So I don't want to have that overall mental thought throughout it. I always think about, what are you thinking about? I put out this poll in the past talking about, if you saw $1 million in your account, what would you do? And you had a bunch of people that said that they would sell it all, right? $1 million, they've never seen that, right? You had a couple of people that said or a lot of people that said they would sell 75%, 50%. You had less people that said they would sell a smaller percentage, like 25%, or sell none, which is very scary, when you see something like that. So obviously you want to see it increase before it does decrease. But if you're looking for a short-term gain, which is going to be a lesser valued gain, then you would stop buying. However, if you're looking for something that's stronger and they're consistently shorting this thing, yes, they're going to find a way to decrease the stock, but just not as much as you think, which means that this will go out for a long period of time. I was struggling with words. This will go out for a long period of time. So you'll basically see this run and them digging themselves into a deeper and deeper and deeper hole, which creates a larger and larger and larger squeeze, a larger situation, as we do wait the amount of time, right? Now, I understand, again, with time, you can see people fall off because they don't want to hold on to it for a long time. So you want to kind of, um, think about all of these things, and, hopefully we can come to an agreement on where we should be. But I really think that we should just treat it the same way that we've been treating it the whole time. If you want to buy the dip, you buy the dip. If you want to hold, then you can hold. If you want to pull out of your position, then do whatever you want to do there. The overall mindset of the situation is the fact that we have 80% of the people that are holding. 80% of this stock is retail traders, retail investors, and we're holding on to this for a long time. Now, again, I think that's partnered up with supplementing and buying in low and buying the dips and all of that stuff and holding the dips as well. So you let me know what you think about this, because it's very complex. There's so many moving parts, so many variables, that I can't agree with one take on something, because that eliminates all other variables, which is impossible. You have to have other variables in play here. So in my opinion, I feel like that's a stupid idea, and that's just my opinion. Again, my opinion may not matter to you. It may not matter to anybody else, but I feel like what we should be doing is what we've been doing this whole entire time that got us to where we are today. Changing that up in any way um, could possibly be detrimental to the overall movement, the overall community, the overall growth, right? So, anyways, guys, hit that like button. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I know this is tough to take in, but definitely let me know. Also, if you guys want to, get some of my merch, whether they're joggers, a hoodie, a shirt with the new, Profits Apparel logo, definitely check that out in the link down below. It's the first link in the description. Yeah. But I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.